so we can move on to the next one. And this is a button. So for this, we'll create another directory for buttons under components. Our first button will be called regular button. And just like we've been doing for all our components, we'll copy the contents of the main container. And then we start by changing the name from main container to regular button. Now focusing on the types for the button properties, we'll create a types file under buttons. And then once again, we can copy from the types of the main container. Now we change the interface name from container props to button props. Now for our buttons, they will have the children property and the style property as well. But in addition to that, we want to add two more. Now for the style property we have here, we want to dedicate it to the view of the button. So that will affect the background color, the border radius, among others. But for the text inside the button, we want to create a dedicated style property for it. Since that is a text property, we cannot accept view styles for it. Instead of view style, we'll use text style, and this will be optional as well. Now the last property for our buttons will be an onPress property. This will be a function that will be passed to the button, and it will be called whenever the button is pressed. You can expect the function to receive the event parameter. This here will have a type known as the gesture responder event, and for this we'll get it from React Native. When you have the function like this, it will return void, so you can replace the braces here with the void. Now a fallback value you can provide to the onPress here is an undefined. The sign here, which is just one pipe sign, is known as the OR operator or the union operator. With this done, we are done for the types. Now back in the regular button file, we can replace the type import here with button props, and replace the container props here with button props as well. Now the next thing we'll do in this file is to change the styled view here to a button view. So we can select the first one and hit Ctrl D to update the rest. I hit it twice to update all of them. Now for this, it will no longer be a view but a touchable. Now to see our progress, let's go to our app file and import our button. And then below our last text input, we'll put our regular button. For this, we'll pass a value as press me, and then we need to pass an onPress property. So this I'll pass a function and just alert something. Now we can go back to the regular button and continue. Now over here, to display the text that we receive, we will need a text component, and we want to make use of our regular text. And then inside the button view, we'll put the regular text. So we ensure that the children property is in between the regular text, and now we see something related to our button. Now let's go back to our button view and continue the styling. The first thing we want to do is to change the background color of the button. So we change this to the accent color. Now this is not here, so we add it to our import. Good. Now we'll give this button a width of 100%. So this will ensure that it fills the entire width allowed by our main container. Next, we want to give it a height of 60 pixels, and this will ensure that it's similar in height to our input fields. Right after that, we want to give it a padding of 15 pixels. Next, we want to give it a border radius of 15 pixels, and then we want to justify the content to the center, and then we want to align the items in it to the center. Now in the return of the button itself, to the button view, we want to pass the onPress property, and for the value, we'll get it from the props. Next, we want to change the color of our regular text here and add the additional text style that we might receive, and this basically sums up the work for the regular button as well. So with these components created, it should be easier and faster for you to create your app screens. Link to the source code will be in the description just below the like button. Checking the current time on my PC, we can see that it's 12:25 AM. So when you are passing by to the description for the source code, please leave a like on the video. Yeah, please leave a like. Thanks for watching.